Alright class, so I'm going to be showing you how to use Google Scholar. So what we're going to do is use advanced searches with this. So we're going to come over here to the little 3 lines and click on advanced search. So let's say, I already have it pre-filled from when I was practicing. We're going to look up things for George Washington. We're going to put in some years that are around the Revolutionary War, just to give it some give or take to find some primary documents. And then we want to put George Washington here in the exact phrase one, because we don't want everything from George and from Washington or about them. If you're looking for something that George Washington wrote, you might want to put it in this box. But for this case, we're just going to be looking for George Washington. And so then we look, and it looks like, okay, this looks pretty good, like that might be helpful. We can keep looking, just skimming them. That looks like that might be, because that's a pretty reliable source right there. Then you can look, oh look, Diary of George Washington, an opening of the first Congress. That might be a really great thing for you. The important thing is you're just going to find a primary document, and you're going to talk about what you can learn from that document about your person. So let's say I'm doing mine on, actually I changed my mind, I'm doing mine on Thomas Paine, but I want to find stuff he actually wrote. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull it all out, and we're just going to look for Thomas Paine. So let's search it up. Alright, we have The Rights of Man, which is a famous piece that Thomas Paine wrote. We also have Common Sense, which is like the most infamous piece that we talked about earlier in the semester about how that affected other people. So maybe I'm going to look at Common Sense, or if I want to do something to push myself out of the box, I might look at Rights of Man, because that's not as common as Common Sense. But anyways, there's a lot of different searches and things that you can. So I'm going to explain all of these. And then I will let you guys just have at it. You will go get the laptops out, and everyone can use their own to search up, and then I will explain exactly what I want you to do for the second page later. So when you have with all of the words, that's just if you want to read about apples and oranges and pears. If you put those in, it'll bring up everything. If it's called pears are better than oranges and apples. So it doesn't have to be in a specific order or anything at all. And so if you want to look up something with a ton of synonyms, so if we're looking up chair, you could put chairs, sofa, stool, couch, like all of those different words, and it'll pull up everything that includes one of those words. So that might be really good if you're looking for a synonym. The exact phrase thing I mentioned before, and it's just in that order. So if I wanted to look up like high school lessons, for example, that is going to come up with everything that specifically says high school lessons. And then without the words, so if I want to find out with high school lessons, and I don't want lessons in math or science. Hold on a minute. Math, science, and chemistry. So it'll pull up lessons now, by Thomas Paine, if I leave that in there, with high school lessons that don't include any of these 3. So we'll be using this advanced search tool. You're going to find a primary document. Now we can look at things like this and see that it's published in 2003, but if we scroll through it, we can see that there is actually the actual Common Sense that Thomas Paine wrote. It was just compiled in 2003. And so that is definitely something that you can use to your advantage, and 100% for sure, just because it is published in 2003 doesn't make it a bad thing. And so that is, and well, that is everything. And so I will be around if you have any personal questions or want help figuring out if something is actually a primary document. But I'm challenging you guys with this assignment, and I want to see what awesome primary sources you come up with. Thank you so much, guys.